여기 학교 스위밍풀 참 좋구만. 와우.
No, we have deceptively nice athletic facilities. That's one thing that we kind of pride ourselves in. MIT is not exactly world renowned in the world of sports, but we have very, very nice facilities. We're proud of that. So, in the way American college sports work, is basically there's 3 divisions. There's Division 1, which is the best. This is stuff you see televised. There's Division 2, which is for smaller schools, and there's Division 3 for schools that don't do sports, and that's where we belong. So, as far as Division 3 goes, we're pretty good. We have a lot of really good teams. Our football team was undefeated last year. Our women's soccer team just got knocked out of the playoffs, but they won league this year. So we have good sports for Division 3. It's just important to keep in perspective where Division 3 is. But it's nice. We're breaking away from that. Yes.
나무들이 너무 예쁜 게 많아. 이거는 조금 그렇지만 아까 밖에서 본 나무들. 저긴 아까 레이크. 우리 건이가 보면 하는 거 MIT.
Go all the way across, so you'll get that perfect spread.
Ah. Wow. Is that a lake?
It's a river.
River. What's the name of the river?
Charles. So the Charles River runs out, but it stops there, and then if you keep following it that way, you'll end up in the Atlantic. Or I guess.
It's Massachusetts technology. Is it technology? What is it? What is that building?
So this is building 10. It's mostly administrative offices. Under the actual dome itself is a library. It looks really cool if you go in there.
I mean, it's a visitor can go.
Yeah, you can go in there. Totally. Most of MIT is open to the public. It's just labs and stuff that are offered.
Or like Harvard.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep this kind of brief. But if you look up at the Great Dome there, you'll see the Roman numerals that make it. The floor is Hayden Library, which is like the one where all the PhD theses are stored from all of MIT's history. So there's some really interesting projects in there. Just on the other side of that wall right there is the Lewis Music Library. I've never been in there, but I'm assuming they have music. This right here is Building 50, also known as Walker Memorial. The first floor is home to like this really big open gala space. It's like super fancy, really cool. Down in the basement is our radio station, 88.1 WMBR. That's the massive antenna up there. Yeah, shapeless blood. Other things in the basement, there's the Musical Theater Guild. That's just where they build all their sets and stuff. They have this massive dungeon-looking workshop. It's pretty cool. If you go up to the second floor, there's the Rainbow Lounge, which is home to our LGBTQ plus community. They also have a Dance Dance Revolution machine that's like full size, super awesome. So I would recommend. If you go to the third floor, that is the home of Repressed Memories and Sadness. It's this really big open floor that just has rows and rows of desks. It's an examination room. Don't go there, ever. It's tragic. I hadn't been there since freshman year, and now I'm taking intro biology because I need that to graduate, and I have exams, so I'm really sad. Let's do it. This building right here is one half of East Campus, which is the only dorm that's over here. On the opposite side of it, running parallel, on the other side of the courtyard, is an identical building. That's the other half of East Campus. They have a really big maker culture there. So in all the rooms there, you can build your own furniture. You can do whatever you want to your room, basically paint the walls, make it pretty, personalize it. They also build a roller coaster that's full size and fully functioning every freshman orientation. So, because why not? So that's the thing. This building here, I forget the number, but it's a bunch of chemistry laboratories. It's pretty neat. I mean, you can go in and look, but like, it's just a bunch of lab equipment. This building here is Building 54, also known as the Green Building. That's home to our Department of Earth, Atmospheric and Planetary Sciences, hence the weather station up on top. It used to be the tallest building in Cambridge until building codes changed. The original building codes in Cambridge said you couldn't make a building that was more than 17 stories tall. If you count the windows real quick, don't actually do it, you'll realize there's more than 17. We like to bend the rules here, that's kind of what we do. So to make this building extra tall and like make sure it would be the tallest building in Cambridge until building codes changed, They added that extra space on top where there's no windows. That's just storage, so it doesn't count as a floor.
Oh.
So if you come down to the bottom, you see those extra long windows. That's the basement. That doesn't count as a floor either. They also put it on stilts, as you can see, to make it extra tall. We're just weird like that. That's what we do. One thing they didn't realize when they were constructing it is that by putting it up on stilts right next to a river with two buildings on either side there, is that you get this really nice wind current that flows off of Charles and goes under the building. So they used to have like normal push-pull doors on the bottom.
캠퍼스. 저 건물 약간 특이하다. 누가 더 특이한 건물인지 모르겠지만 좀 이따 설명 듣겠죠? 확실히 여기는 현대적이고 따뜻한 건물이 많음. 근데 안에서 뭐 하는지 확실히 볼 수 있어서 우리 같은 방문자한테 좋은 것 같아요. 잠깐 갑시다.
You on the exams, I'm gonna like specifically make sure if I see you struggling, that's good for me. Haha, I'm gonna do better than you. But that's the exact opposite of what I saw here. When I came here, I saw people. An example is that I was in a lounge playing Super Smash Bros. With some people, which is a fun video game. And then there was a guy off to the side working on a physics problem on a whiteboard. And he'd been working on it for like 20 minutes, couldn't get it. And he looked over to the couch where a bunch of us were sitting. I was sitting with some students and some people who were like me, who were just visiting campus. And then he looks over and he's like, hey, has anyone taken this class before? I'm really stuck in this problem. And this one senior looks up and he's like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Gets up, walks over to the board, and in like 5 minutes they solve the problem. And then what he did at the end was what really caught me off guard. He looked at the guy who he had just taught how to do the problem. He said, okay, now teach me how to do it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. But then he successfully did it too. And that little interaction was what really convinced me. I was like, oh wait, that's a thing. I thought maybe at first it was an isolated accident, but once I knew what to look for, I started paying attention and actually looking for that everywhere. And I saw it over and over and over again. People here are actually so collaborative and so helpful with one another. It's quite frankly, it's astounding. I was super impressed when I saw that, and that was what really sold me on MIT. It was the combination of like financial aid, which is really, really nice, but then the people here are just absolutely incredible. Not only in like, are they really smart? Obviously, it's MIT, that's what they do, but they're so friendly and so helpful and so nice, and they want to make sure that everyone around them can be the best person that they can be, which that was super heartwarming to me, and that was that. So that is ultimately why I chose to come to MIT. I've been here for 3 years now. My first semester was super rough. In high school, everything was super easy for me. It was just a breeze. I didn't really have to study for anything. I was chilling. I could just show up on test day, do well, be fine. I took a lot of things for granted. Then I came here and everyone was like that. And MIT knew that we were like that. So they knew exactly how to make sure we couldn't do that anymore. They might call us out. So my first semester, I failed my first 3 exams. I was like, whoa, this is hard. And that was shocking. I'd never been challenged in school like that before, so I had to actually really, really try. And I hated it. It was terrible. But hindsight's 20/20, right? Looking back, I'm glad I went through that, because that was a very humbling experience that really changed me as a person. In that, like, before I was pretty cocky, kind of arrogant, and I there's no academic stuff that can stop me. I'll be fine. And then there was, and it was really hard. And I had never needed help before, in the sense of like academics. And something I was in tutoring 3 days a week.